this is a test. I was like, okay, what? He was like, how much money can you get or are you by? And I was like, I mean, like I have a, like I sent him the video, like all that money that I have in my safe.
You're a rich.
And he immediately called me. He called me back and then he was like, bring all of it. And I was like, I don't even know how much this is. He was like, bring all of it because I have a shit ton of 20s and then like hundreds.
At the time, not now, currently.
No, yeah, no.
Because, well, continue. Keep going.
Because now, so then he was like, yeah, bring all of it. So I actually.
She ain't find that weird? Like, bring all of it? What's up, yo? Welcome to another episode of Vidwon Reacts. And today we're gonna get into the downfall of Offset. You know, there was a lot of things with Cardi B, the divorce, the the unfaithfulness, the kids, everything, you know. And he tried to take half of what she had on some crazy shit. And the downfall began, man. The Migos shit was dead, you know, and it seemed like they never recovered again. They were on top of the world for what, 2-3 years, and then dudes caught on to that rainbow, baba, baba. Niggas was like, yo, bro, we ain't with that no more. So without further ado, we're gonna get into this video by Rapaholics. It's called "The Offset Downfall is Insane." Let's give it a like. And
Breaking
right
news
in.
now. Cardi has a restraining order on Offset.
Offset broke.
If I catch Buddy and I can catch him, it's gonna be bad.
You
So I
won't beat
think
him
she
up?
on some man, beach strip, and me all types of shit.
He was panicking. He was asking random people for cash apps. He was broke. I don't know what happened. Nobody was answering his phone call. He probably trying to run up, chasing. Must got us gambling addiction.
And then he has $2 million owed in tax.
Oh, he's broke. He's just not broke. He's broke. He probably got a gambling addiction. The way he was at, he was in the casino.
And that the IRS has been like trying to get his shit, and that he's about to file for bankruptcy. Like, and that he's been trying to gamble to like get all this money back, but he keeps fucking losing.
Think sweet. I'm thinking sweet. It ain't sweet, but on my mama, it ain't. My mama, you think you seen something every time? Why did?
What the fuck that nigga just said? My mama, I ain't understand shit.
Ladies and gentlegrams, the offensive loss that Offset had on set has got Offset off that OFF. OnlyFans funds fueling his lights on from the top of the game to his savings of life gone, intuition offline, off switch the warning signs, strong slot hits, offloading his bankroll, it's gone quick. On set of the spiral, no safety net for Selena.
Here's my thing. You broke, you got a wife that got money, but yeah, you cheating on her. I don't understand these dudes. Like, bro, and shit. That whole video with him in the casino calling people, that says a lot.
And crazy bets led Offset on a path of deranged demeanor. From unstrong checks to long bets, Offset hasn't written his wrongs yet, leading the net to check how big could this loss get. But before we get the rest of the damsel in distress, toss a like and subscribe if you haven't tossed yet.
If you're a producer who hates AI, this plugin might change your mind. This is Reimagining Co-Producer. You can take any sample you find.
I study.
While we at it, man, make sure you hit that like button. That's right now. Subscribe, share this video, man. Let people know Offset's broke.
Rapaholics.
For a living.
Man, ladies and gentlegrams, I thought 2025 would be the end of Atlanta rappers putting the L in ATL. I mean, we started last year off with that dud of a Lil Baby album, marking the long trend of uninspired project after project from a lot of Atlanta's heavy hitters, even including the current frontrunner, Gunna. Of course, that wasn't as bad as Gunna's lover turned hater, Young Thug. From the lackluster music to the whole anti-snitch movement to then coming out and maybe being a snitch himself.
What they do?
To then crapping on the entire industry in leaked jail phone calls. That whole Young Thug album rollout left the entirety of Atlanta divided, and then you had 21 Savage's album rollout, which was basically about doing mental gymnastics over why Young Thug didn't snitch but Gunna did, taking all attention away from the actual music itself, which ended up being quite mediocre to say the least.
Kendrick really loved to rap. I don't really give a fuck about rapping like that.
Oh, whoa.
Cause Kendrick one of them rappers.
Explain this to somebody in 300 years. He one of them rappers. Don't y'all all?
I mean, this dude, he's trolling because you understand what this nigga saying. He said, this nigga's a rapper. I'm not a rapper. I'm a performer. I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? You got rappers, and then you got performers, artists, people that know how to make songs. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's trying to say. Like, what he's saying is he's not going to go on a head-to-head lyrical battle with nobody that raps. You know what I'm saying?
All rap? Nah, I'm one of them like diet rappers.
He know how to say like different shit, like writing shit.
Kendrick is a rapper because he know how to say different shit and he know how to write. What they do?
Savage capped 2025 off with what I thought would be the final of a long list of snooze fest albums. I thought we were going to be on a clean slate in 2026. Savage had the entirety of Atlanta saying F the structure of both the melodies and the bars, right? Like, I don't think he was a better rapper than Takeoff, and I don't think he was better at creating hooks or creating melodies than Quavo was, but he kind of had the perfect balance of both, which gave him the upper hand on those posse cuts because he was able to be a lot more versatile. And especially, again, in their peak years like 2016, 2017, he usually had the standout verses because he was just about almost on par with Quavo for, again, incorporating unique melodies and vocal stretches and flows into the music.
Raindrops, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot box.
But then he could also pack his verses with flows that were very bar heavy, almost as well as Takeoff. And when they really hit their peak, their boiling point around when Bad and Bougie went number one, a lot of people at that point in time were saying like Quavo was out of here, like he was the hook king. If you had Quavo on your hook, that was the stimulus package. Your song was an automatic hit. But it was
but I mean, they flooded. They were hot. They were at the top of the world. But you know, reality hits and that high comes down, and that's when you start really noticing if you're really artistic or if you was just a one-hit wonder. These dudes was like a couple of hit wonders.
Offset, in my opinion, that was showing by far the most potential to go on and have the most or highest flourishing solo career if the Migos ever did split up, which they ended up doing. I always say, I don't know why him and Murda Beats never released this song Growth on streaming platforms. I think this had potential to be like a #1 hit back in 2017. This is one of the best Migos songs by far, and it's an Offset solo song. This is just Offset here.
My cash right, the good life. I don't want no hood life. I'm so right.
But anyways, this is a long rant to say that, I mean, when you look at it from this point in time, I don't think any Migos has fallen off harder than Offset. I mean, it's not even a debate or question, right? Rest in peace, Takeoff. He was gone way too soon. Sadly, definitely didn't live long enough to see his full potential because at the time of his passing, we were getting some of the best songs that he had ever released. And then with Quavo, he's kind of all over the place. I mean, he's going from like country music to just like generic trap, showing he hasn't evolved.
He hasn't evolved, but he's trying to get this money. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, he feels like, yo, my lifestyle is kind of expensive. We're running out of money. We ain't selling music. We broke up. You know what I'm saying? But this dude over here, he had the casinos.
Too much, but he's still been good for the occasional mild hit every couple of years. Like last year, he had that big moment with the Metro Boomin track. But I say Offset had the most potential to come out the best Migos in terms of a solo career, not just because I thought he was the best Migos during their commercial peak, but also due to circumstance. It didn't hurt that he was standing next to Cardi B for almost a decade. That brought a whole new set of eyeballs on him that maybe wouldn't have even heard of him if he wasn't married to her. He also had a bunch of disputes with the original record label that signed Migos, QC, and had a long battle to actually buy himself out of his record contract, which is going to play an important role in the story and how things turned ugly very shortly.
Acting like I'm the problem. I pay millions to get my rights back. You blackballed me. I ain't said shit one time, homie. I ain't spoke to you in 2 years. Now I drop and you want your name on my credit?
But for a while,
Niggas want to get that money, regardless of what. That's embarrassing. Look at where he's at. And then it's some random dude recording him. He's like, yo, this nigga calling niggas for money. He ain't got it.
himself out of his record contract actually seemed like a blessing. I mean, he put out an album in 2023, I believe, called Set It Off, which did okay commercially. It was enough to get him on a small solo tour around America. And I mean, I'm documenting this because there are still so many unanswered questions as to how we even got to where we got to with Offset in the big 2026. The music at this point doesn't really have anything to do with it, but me being an Offset fan in the past, and beyond that, I feel like when an artist begins to spiral, emotionally or in their personal life, you can kind of see that reflected in the quality of the music. I mean, look at Kanye West's output over the last, 3 years.
I spent, all the money for the commercial on these new teeth.
And I know some people...
Nah, but Kanye be putting out fire regardless. Well, stop playing. Even if he doesn't do it with himself, he goes get another artist and he gives him good songs. This dude is talentless.
People liked his new album, Kiari. I didn't mind some of the songs, but I don't know. Ever since Kendrick came out with that bar on Whacked Out Murals, old flows trying to convince you that you're their favorite, nothing does it for me anymore, especially the music that's been coming out of Atlanta from the heavy hitters that were dominating the late 2010s, Offset being a prime example. But speaking of Kendrick Lamar, it did seem like Offset was taking some inspiration from Kendrick's album Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers by making his latest effort in 2025, Kiari, more of an album centered around themes of therapy, growth, dealing with his pain, his hurt, his loss.
Garbage.
Kiari, it's great to see you again. So tell me, how have things been? Kiari?
Garbage.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Offset?
But then the album comes, and I mean, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm biased, but to me, it was a whole lot of stale flows, surface level subject matter that we've heard a million times over. I think the numbers speak.
I heard 3 songs in that shit. Shit was trash. Straight trash. Caca. Trusco.
For themselves on that project. I mean, the thing came and went. Jid had the best verse on that album. Nothing else really stood out except, I guess, the Gunna collaboration where Offset is kind of doing his best Gunna impersonation. I mean, if he was smart at this point, he'd probably just link up with Gunna and drop a collab tape since no other Atlanta artist seems to want anything to do with Gunna except for Offset. And keep in mind, there was a decent budget behind this album, right? The marketing was there. He was on all those.
Why nobody want nothing to do with Gunna? If you know the answer, drop a comment, let me know.
Late night shows doing performances. He had all these bigger budget music videos. He had features. But the numbers just aren't there. That's going to play an important role again in this story because remember, he apparently had to buy himself out of his contract for several $1 million from QC to then go on and even put out these solo albums to begin with. So what does he do? Well, he joins NBA YoungBoy on his Make America Slime Again tour. You guys have probably seen clips of 10-year-olds going crazy at this show.
Crazy. Little kids going crazy for this nigga. My brother got on stage.
Now, Offset joining this tour, to me, raised a lot of question marks. Like, yeah, your career's not in the place that it was in 2017 or 2018, but like, you have been in the game a lot longer than an NBA YoungBoy. You have more #1 hit records than NBA YoungBoy. Are you nearly as close to as popular as YoungBoy right now? Absolutely not. But from an aesthetic standpoint, like strategically, if you're going out there as the opener to this tour, you're already placing the thought in people's minds that your stock or your price or your brand has went down heavily, right? You can't even do your own tour at this point. Secondly, I didn't even know Offset was actually on this tour until I looked at the bill. And the reason for that is he's really being promoted on this tour like some opening act. Like he didn't put in years of #1.
Crazy. He's next to Tush, No Cap. He's in the middle, Offset. Bum. It's crazy. Who's the other dudes? Mellow Flax, Baby Mel, K3, Lil Dump, D Baby. Man,
Hit after #1 hit, long before NBA YoungBoy was even a household name. Which is crazy. Like, it kind of shows you he's taking any bag he could get. YoungBoy and Offset, their fan bases don't really align, even though it might seem like they came up in the same era or make similar music. And that was no more obvious than when Offset, in the middle of that tour, dropped a surprise mixtape, thinking that the hype that maybe he generated from doing these 10,000 people stadiums would get him a little bit of buzz to start selling his own albums, since the Chiari album he put out earlier in 2025 didn't really sell that well. Well, this new surprise mixtape, even with the hype of being on that NBA YoungBoy tour, that mixtape sold so little, I don't even think it was able to crack the Billboard 200 chart. Offset had to like come out and defend the fact that it was.
wow. It's crazy. And then he tweets mixtape to get out of my deal. Laugh out loud. Get the fuck out of here. You put your heart and soul into that. Bird.
Was a surprise mixtape, and that's why it sold so low.
Embarrassing.
Spicy.
Now, I bring all this up to say, on the music side of things have not been looking great for Offset in general, right? And it seems like he's taking any opportunity he can to make a bag, and he's been working really hard to promote all this new music that he has, but just nothing is sticking. And when nothing's sticking, when the sales aren't coming in, you got to start opening on tour for a rapper who blew up years after you blew up. All signs point to one thing. Offset might have a money problem.
So we gotta find some new ways to make money, and a bunch of you guys told me last year I put you onto some of the easiest side hustles, and I promise you I have the best one yet.
Watching. Normally, I wouldn't even drop a video talking about a bunch of Offset drama, but this video kind of hit home for me because I have some friends who suffer from similar vices if, you know, the allegations against Offset are true, and I think some important lessons can actually be learned from this situation. So I want to highlight the dangers of gambling, and that's why I thought it was important to make this video. So the allegations against Offset right now are stemming from Selena Powell. How we're letting Selena Powell in the big 2026 still be out here exposing people, and this might be the.
Who's this bitch? Selena Powell. 2 girls from Mars. You know what I think I've noticed about women podcasts? They never, ever go viral because everybody's trying to look cute. Nobody's trying to. See, here's the thing. Like a man, they put in thoughts to these podcasts, you know, is raw stuff. But then with the girls, it's like, oh, let's make it cute and this, that. 2 girls from Mars. I will never look at that podcast.
Biggest expose she has ever done. This is all beyond me. Selena Powell.
For me.
But again, she's saying all these issues were rooted in the fact that Offset has some money issues. And we've heard of Offset kind of having some money issues in the past. I mean, I didn't even know it was this bad until I started doing this video and looked into this more, you guys. So like a couple years ago when Cardi B actually finally filed for divorce, TMZ had then reported that Offset was requesting spousal support from Cardi B. Now,
That's crazy. When your chick got more money than you, and you over here requesting spousal support. Like, come on, bro. You over here smashing a bunch of chicks. You blew your money, and now you want to blow your wifey shit.
mind you, Cardi B is obviously more successful than Offset. Her career as a solo artist has likely earned, a considerable amount more than Offset has with his 1/3 of a chunk of the Migos' profits, right? So it makes sense if they're living together, like maybe Cardi B's covering most of the costs of things. But once you're divorced, you're living on your own, Offset should have a steady enough income where he can support, a decent lifestyle on his end for his kids when he has custody of them. And then when, they're at Cardi's crib, well, she could figure out her own finances. But no, according to TMZ, Offset wasn't even requesting child support, like money from Cardi.
That nigga said, forget Bodak Yellow.
Cardi to help pay for things.
That nigga said, forget Bodak Yellow. I'm only interested in the green. As for spousal support and Cardi B divorce. And then he wanted half. This dude is like, I don't know, my nigga. Who's managing you? Who's your man?
For the kids, no, he wanted spousal support. Like him just having married her in the past, he was entitled to some of her money. So that's kind of strange, you would think Offset has enough of his own money. He doesn't need to start going to court trying to take Cardi's money. But then she ends up going on Instagram around this time, calling out Offset for the fact that he didn't pay for anything. So the fact that he's asking for money from her when she's been the one footing the bill on everything is absurd. And I mean, pay attention to what Cardi B says here, because then it plays an important role in what's going on.
Oh, so this nigga was like a complete freeloader. He wasn't in love with that chick. He was just freeloading.
Right now in 2026. So Cardi went off on Offset. She said, my kids got their own driver, picked up, dropped off from school, gymnastics, boxing classes. The kids' driver's on retainer for $10,000 a month. Let me know if they're taking applications for that job. $10,000 a month to drive around. That's crazy. Then Culture School, that's their kid together. Cardi B says, Offset, you didn't pay for that. That's $45,000. Then Waves School, that's their other child, is $35,000, which you didn't help me pay for at all this year. Then, I mean, I know I was a kid almost 25 years ago, but I didn't realize the prices in like everyday kid things went up like crazy like this. Like Cardi B saying the babysitter is $3,000 a week. The nanny is $500 a.
Yeah, but that's because, they're inquiring extra stuff, and then it's like you go into these places, it's like, yo, leave your phone there. You can't use your phone. You're restricted from your phone, social media. There's a lot of stuff that comes with that, And plus, they got money, so why not foot them a big bill? That's just the way things are.
A day? The tutor that they have charges $250 the hour? What? Huh? $300 an hour for a piano class? Then there's gymnastics, there's boxing classes. Cardi B says she pays for it all. She said, Kiari, which is Offset's real name, have I asked you for anything? You want spousal support so bad? And mind you, this is not even including food. My kids have a personal chef that comes in 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. that I pay for because people in my house don't have time to cook. Our daughter Culture constantly used to get threats,
Oh, wow. He don't cook. He don't cook. Like, I don't understand, man.
From the Barbs, allegedly. So I have security around my house 24 hours a day, which I pay for as well. You don't help with none of it. She also accused Offset of being an absent father, only seeing their new child blossom 5 times since she was born. That's none of my business, but the whole thing about the money, Offset not footing the bill for anything, and then wanting spousal support kind of shows you even further where his financial situation is at this point, right? Now, mind you, years before this, in the Bad and Bougie era, Lil TJ claims that Offset had been tweaking out at the casino, down a crap ton of money. Lil TJ, Offset, they're both at this casino, and TJ is watching Offset spiral, asking everyone for money, taking out $13,000 in loans, and even a $10,000 loan from Lil TJ himself. Lil TJ, again, at the time, he's looking at Offset like, you know, this is the Migos.
Wow. This dude has gone low, huh? Can't get it. He ain't got it.
The Migos, they're saying they have more hits than the Beatles. Like, Offset's good for $10,000. What's $10,000, right? They pay that to the babysitter on a monthly basis, right? He's good for 10 grand. No, last year, in January of 2025, almost like 10 years after Lil TJ lent Offset this money, Lil TJ said Offset ducked him and ultimately just never gave him the bread.
Wow.
Why this Offset? Offset broke. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all the stream too. That nigga broke. That nigga pop. I'll tell y'all a true story. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit in the casino. He was pop. He was panicking. He was asking random people for cash apps. He was broke. I don't know what happened. Nobody was answering his phone call. He popped, trying to run up, chasing. Must got a gambling addiction. And the nigga says, yo, he just popped. He calling for cash apps in front of me. I ain't gonna lie to you. The first 5 I offered, I'm like, yo, you pop. You waiting for some bread? Waiting for my money. I swung that nigga 5. You know how I get. He gets popped. Not us two dicing each other. He gets popped straight to the casino. He get another loan from somebody else for like 2 bands. I don't even take my loan. I'm like, that's Offset. I'm good on my money. I'm worried about this. I got mad bread. I definitely run off for 5 bands. He pops for the next band. He get 2 bands. He get a band from a random lady. I swear to God, I don't know who the she was. He's like, yo, thanks, ma. He pops that. Throw the another 5. So I see like 13 bands in loans. I don't know who got paid back that day. Bro, where's my mother? This shit ducked me for so long, boy. And mind you, I'm 23. And this is Raindrop. Drop Top, Cardi B husband. And I'm only talking crazy because he was talking crazy. Like, why? He was talking crazy to me over my bread. And I beat him up on his birthday, but.
Oh, crazy. Nigga said I'll beat him up for his birthday. He's broke and beat up. Damn, Offset. That's nuts, bro.
Lil TJ would make another Instagram post saying that he can never be broke like Offset, running off and starting beef over quote-unquote lunch money, aka small amounts of money, right?
Wow.
And Offset was like, meet me in Newark, we're gonna fight this out. Now, he never ended up fighting Lil TJ, but he also tried to fight or have other people fight Selena Powell. And if you thought the accusations Lil TJ made against Offset were bad, you don't even know the half of what's to come with Selena Powell. Now, the idea that Offset decided to associate himself even in the slightest degree with Selena Powell shows you the state of mind that this man is in right now.
Yeah, because shorty, she pretty, but she the smutty smut. She's a fucking struka. Stroka in the face.
The decision-making skills that he is implementing inside his life, how poor they are currently. Because just to put it into perspective, Selena Powell, when Offset and Cardi B were going through all their turbulence, Cardi was accusing Offset of cheating and all that. Selena Powell came up with a fake rumor that Offset got her pregnant. She did the same thing to multiple other rappers, Smoke Perp, Schoolboy Q. She's had her back and forth with academics for years at this point. So for Offset to be one of her victims and then actually associate himself with her, not just that, associate himself romantically with her, and not just that, also look to borrow money from this girl and using his love and their romantic relationship as leverage to get more money out of her, again, shows you how poor this man's decision-making skills at this point in time currently are. So the string of great decisions from Offset, according to Selena Powell, start off on a random night at
the DMs, the texts. Don't do that, fellas. You know why? Those are digital imprints. They stay there forever. You understand? And then you got Ditzy and Bitsy over here laughing at you. You understand what I'm saying? Especially in this digital era. Shit is crazy, bro. Why would you be texting, begging for money, and doing all this stupid shit? You really Offset.
4 a.m. when Offset calls Selena, and while she thinks it's a booty call, no, it's actually a booty call. Like a pirate, you get it? Like, booty, matey. Like, he didn't want her pleasure chest, he wanted her treasure chest, all right? Enough of the cringe. Let's get into what she had to say.
One day, at 4 o'clock in the morning, I get a call.
I was sleeping through this crucial time when I
4 o'clock in the morning. For those of y'all that know, that's casino time.
Yeah, she needed to be up. I make the worst decisions when she's asleep. So it was 4 o'clock in the morning. I woke up. Damn, Instagram calling me. I was like, oh my God. I was like, what's up? And I thought he was just like horny. So I was like, okay. But like, I can't fuck you. I'm on my flow. So it's like, what are we talking about? He was like, yo, I need a favor. This
Wait,
is a
let's
test.
not skip over that. He told her he still needed that. He still needed that.
Oh. So he was like, I did a favor and this is a test. I was like, okay, what? He was like, how much money can you get or are you by? And I was like, I mean, like I sent him the video, like all that money that I have in my safe.
You're rich.
And he immediately called me. He called me back and then he was like, bring all of it. And I was like, I don't even know how much this is. He was like, bring all of it because I have a shit ton of 20s and then like hundreds.
At the time, not now, currently.
No.
Because, continue. Keep going.
Because now, so then he was like, yeah, bring all of it. So I actually.
She ain't find that weird? Like, bring all of it? At 4 o'clock in the morning? Dumb bitch.
Did.
Now I was thinking about it, and in my head, like this repeated pattern, because he kind of did the same thing with Cardi B, right? Like he ran off, making her pay for everything, and then like demanded spousal support and all that. All this stuff could be like a fetish or like a power thing in a relationship, right? Where like you're trying to gain some sort of leverage or control over your significant other by basically making them feel worthless if they're not providing something for you.
Nah, bro. Just think over here doing some psychological shit. It's 4 in the morning. Once he passed 2 in the casino, that means that you on your last and you're trying to get your money back. That's what's really happening. You over here chasing your losses and you calling everybody. The ATM ain't popping nothing out. And he ends up calling this big boat from Mars.
You, and in this case, that would be money. But I mean, how down bad could you be that you're calling Selena Powell at 4 a.m. to try and get her money from her? Keep in mind, this is a mattress actress, an OF model, getting hit up by a multi-platinum rapper who was part of one of the most famous rap groups of all time for money at 4 a.m. Now, like I told you guys before, I did want to actually touch on somewhat of some serious stuff in this video because the behavior Offset is displaying just by calling her alone at 4 a.m. and what you'll see later in this video, it's very common in what you see in someone suffering from a gambling addiction. You lose all sense of proper judgment. Like the only thing going on in your mind is how will I get my next dollar to place my next bet? And it causes you to spiral out of control and ask people for money that you would never hit up in a million years. Like I've witnessed this with my own 2 eyes.
Here's my thing. I understand somebody that doesn't have too much money or somebody that's, medium range in money, gambling. But because they're trying to make it, they're trying to get some money. But as far as you being rich, a multi-platinum rapper, and all that other shit, what the fuck you gambling for? Huh? You just looking for the downside of that. Because there is no upside. You're rich already. The only thing that could happen to you is you lose it all. You know what I'm saying? Who knows how much that man lost in that casino, in those casinos.
I have a friend who has a severe gambling addiction, and I mean, I watched him hit up, I would say a good 100 people in the span of 3 days to lend him some money. And in that moment, you're going through all different types of excuses, right? He's lying to people saying that his mom needs help with her mortgage payment, he's running a side business and he needs to pay his employees. Like he's asking any random person in the world for money, and it's all just so he can place more bets. It's a very dangerous spiral. And Offset, from the outside looking in, seems to be kind of on that same spiral.
But in my mind, I was like, I can't give him the 20s. Like, let me just give him the hundreds. He was like counting out in the car. I went to the casino, by the way. I'm not going to do every single detail and have this.
She's working on her 40-minute straight drag.
Yeah. Because it gets worse, y'all. So then.
Wow, that's crazy. She went, takes him the money. and she only brings the hundreds, she's thinking like, he's gonna pay me back double. That's what was on her mind.
I get to the casino or whatever. He gets in the car, and then he's like we talk or whatever. He gives me a kiss. I was like,
If there's any part of this story that proves how disgustingly down bad Offset is, this should be the part you really focus on and hone in on. This man is so down bad. He's so disgustingly broke. He's so down to his last that he gave Selena Powell a kiss on the mouth because she brought him money. I don't know a man in my life who I know, whether it's a brother, whether it's the homie, whether it's my uncles, my nephews, whatever. I don't know a man in my life who's that down bad that they would kiss Selena Powell on the mouth for any amount of money.
That's because the chick is crazy. The chick is crazy. The chick be on OF doing all types of crazy shit. Like, and she's been in everybody's bed. Like, that's crazy.
You can't pay me $10 million to kiss Selena Powell on the mouth, bruh. Do you know how many beef sticks have been on those lips, bro? Are you out of your mind?
Now, this to me is what makes me think it's like a power dynamic thing or a fetish or something, because she's giving him the money and only then does he kiss her. And she thinks they're in some sort of relationship, and because of that, she'll get her money back. She's not getting her money back. And this is where it gets bad, all right? He calls her on Christmas Eve, and, you'd think, oh, what a nice boyfriend calling his girl on Christmas. Maybe he's out of town, he wants to check up on her, see how her family's doing. No, that's not what that phone call was about.
Hold on. Before you pay for yet another app to manage your team, let me introduce you to Connect Team, the one platform that replaces.
Crazy. He needed bread on Christmas.
Called. I was like, oh, my man's calling me on Christmas. He's gonna say Merry Christmas. Hello, Daddy. You got PayPal?
On Christmas.
On Christmas. You got PayPal? I said, for what? He said, because I need money. I said,
crackhead.
Only
at
Zelle.
this point, you are a crackhead.
No, he asked me for Cash App. Cash App. It was Cash App. Then I said, I only have a Zelle. He said, okay, so Zelle me. I said, my limit is like so low. He said, it's okay, just Zelle me.
Do what you can. $2, $3.
Send it.
Wow.
25 cents.
I said, just wait. I'll be home tomorrow or whatever. Like, I just lied. And he was like, because he came.
Because at this point, I'm telling her.
He took a private jet to Miami, but it was a Hard Rock private jet. Mm-hmm. I guess they give it to you when you're about to spend money. Mm-hmm. And then he posted like hella racks.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So I was like, okay, like, I just got to keep it cool with him, and he's going to give me the money. And you told me, like...
That's why I kept telling her, I was like, we don't want to give him any reason to not get the money. So play everything cool. Don't go off, don't nothing. It's like, everything is cool. It's fine.
So I'm assuming Offset was performing at the Hard Rock Casino. Like, I think they do concerts there. I'm not sure. But I'm assuming, why else would they fly him out, right? Like, unless, I mean, he's really spending absurd amounts of money at that freaking...
Nah, he wasn't performing. This dude, whoever's doing the video, what it is when celebrities or big gamblers, they spend casually all the time a lot of money. What happens is the casinos, when they see that they don't come for a little while, they send a jet to you, wherever you're at. Like, yo, come. We send a jet to you, and we're gonna provide $10,000 for you to start. You understand? Because they know they're gonna bait him in. And eventually what happens is he loses the 10. He comes in, he loses the 10. Now he goes in his pocket and he starts spending. And then by 4 a.m., he's calling this broad. Stroka.
Casino to the point where they're like, all right, this guy deserves, or like it's a smart investment to get him a private jet. so that he can come to our casino. They got to have some sort of club that he was like doing some sort of appearance at, right? And getting paid to be there. That's why they flew him out. I don't think the casino can be like, hey, you know, you're such a good customer to us. You come and lose so much money at our casino that like we're
Yes, they do that, my man. What are you talking about? They go send, like, if you part of a casino and you've been going there and you've lost so much money, bro, you could be in fucking Hawaii. They'll go send a plane for you. They'll first call you and be like, hey, we got a certain amount of credits for you. We're gonna send a plane for you. We got the VIP, we got the penthouse. You ready to come? And it's like the spender's mind. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna spend those 10 and then I'm gonna come right back. But it never happens like that. Usually they end up spending the 10 and some.
going to give you a private jet to just come fly over here whenever you want. I don't think that's the case. But whatever it is, I mean, Offset's on this private jet, right? But yet he's still asking a mattress actress who faked a pregnancy with him for money. She gives him money, but then ultimately she sees once it's Christmas morning that he's actually gifting other women fancy gifts, right? Watches and all that stuff. So this is where things kind of get bad. And it's another very common thing with gambling addicts where it's like they'll owe the entire world money, right? Like the mafia will want to come and break my friend's legs because he took out money from a loan shark. But meanwhile, he's still door dashing lunch more than I am, even when he's like 100 grand in debt. Or he'll go out, he'll hit the clubs, he'll hit a sports game, whatever the case is. And like you'll see him post it on his Instagram and be like, last month, didn't that guy's mom had to bail him out of a gambling hole he was in so the mob wouldn't break his legs?
Yeah, but that's another story. Like you over here incorporating your friend's story.
Now he's at the hockey game. Where do you get the money for that? Like, that's how I look at my friend, and I'm assuming that's exactly how Selena Powell is looking at Offset. In this state of mind, after losing egregious amounts of money, you basically forget the concept of money.
Christmas morning, strolling through Instagram, just strolling.
Lies. You was looking
I
at
see some
shit.
random bitch post 4 Birkins, 2 watches, and a ring. It says Offset gave his girlfriend all that. I said, huh? Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Now I'm mad. So now I screenshot it to him. Now you're cheating on me?
You're cheating on me.
No, not only is he cheating on me, but no, I was more mad like you just cashed out on this.
Oh man, dumb bitch. That's what she is. OF models.
Can't give me back my money. Why do you keep stalling me now? And then not only that, you're asking me for more money.
Yeah.
Like that's what was like really disrespectful to me. Like you're asking me for more.
Yeah.
Like now in my heart, I'm like, oh my God, he's like pimping me. Like I felt like he's my pimp. Like I paid you for sex type shit. Like no. So now I feel tried or whatever. Now it's like the temperature turned up a little, so much that he was like, this is scaring me, Selena. He said,
you're going back to your old ways.
He said, yeah, this is scaring me, Selena. Why are you mad at me? I never lied to you. Mm-hmm. And I was like, just give me my money and let's go our own ways. He said, you're not going to stand on that. I said, yes, I am.
So obviously Selena Powell, she starts getting pissed. She's like, you know, you've been...
She wants some money. Over here gambling all the way. Crazy. 2 girls from Mars. This chick right here look crazy. Friend, she look funny.
asking me for money. I've been giving it to you. You
like a struka.
Don't pay me back. You ask me for more. Like, I see you on private jets. I see you getting other girls gifts. She's trying to break it off with him and just basically be like, look, we don't have to speak again. Just give me my money. I'll be on my way. But of course, this wouldn't be an expose by Selena Powell if she didn't get into some absolutely vile and intricate details describing Offset's, let's just say, preferences in the bedroom. And I mean, it's crazy. I feel like if I was watching this like 10 years ago, these random IG models, if you want to call her that, this mattress actress, like she wouldn't have access to these celebrities in this vulnerable state back then, and we would never hear about it. We never did hear about it. Now the entire world is like one big baddies. Or
yeah, because now social media and the internet has made the world smaller. You know, you could have somebody in fucking Dominican Republic, tag 50 Cent. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Kardashian episode. It's insane.
If you get stuck on the melody or if you just feel like you can't get a song started, Output's co-producer is very.
Oh, did you test it out?
Test what out?
To see if he was a little.
Oh, of course. I can't wait. Yeah, of course. Of course, I ate his ass.
Did he get?
Of course, I ate his ass.
No.
But no.
Wait, you did?
I never
Oh
told
my
you.
God.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I said.
Crazy. Come on, man. What you doing, Offset? You Offset? Yes, loca que está. Yes. Yo, she said she ate his buns, nigga. That nigga, that's that ATL shit, man. I'll be scared of them niggas over there.
He's gay. Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I
No.
swear, Milan. I'll look at our text messages. You guys, the text messages with Milan will be right here. I promise. Yes, I did.
In what position?
He didn't get no crazy position though.
Oh.
So what was it?
He
Was it
told
like
me-
an ass tube?
Yeah.
It was like a tutu?
It was like it was like a lift up. He was like, and then I told you that's when
that was a freaky bitch.
I told you when I was
This nigga Mookie.
him, he told me he was like, I could see why people f with you. I was like,
I see why. I see the hype.
All right, so forget all that stuff. This is where Selena keeps pushing it to more and more extreme levels. She starts revealing private information about Cardi B's new baby daddy / fiance potentially. Offset obviously has a problem with him and even called Selena to tell her he's trying to get Stefan Diggs' knees popped. Do you understand what a horrible thing that would be if you actually went through with something like that? That would destroy this man's entire career, right? Like, he's a football player. He needs his freaking knees, right? The same way, like, if someone tried to pop at your vocal cords.
Word, he said that? Oh, he wild.
As a rapper, you'd be screwed. I mean, there's just a lot of atrociousness that Selena is exposing here, right? She's saying, like, Cardi B and Offset's child never sees the child that Cardi had with Stefan Diggs, and Offset has a restraining order. He can't see his children now. Keep in mind, we're going grain of salt on everything here because this is coming from Selena Powell's podcast. But she does come out with some receipts here and there.
he called Cardi's new baby a bastard. I was like,
oh.
I was like, why? How is it a bastard though? He was like, because if the babies aren't mine, that's a bastard. I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, so what? You want the baby to be yours? He was like, yeah, because culture don't really fuck with the baby. He was like, yeah, like she just be side-eyeing the baby or whatever, and the nanny be telling me all this. Like, mind you,
Come on, man. Stop playing. He just mad.
this is breaking news now. Cardi has a restraining order on Offset. So he can't not allowed to talk to the babies at all. He's been FaceTiming Culture through his
Also, Cardi has a order protection against. He must have gotten crazy. What's wrong with Offset, man? Damn, that's that broke shit. He's going broke. He's losing his mind.
other daughter this whole time and talking to Culture or whatever. And I guess Culture's been saying like she hasn't even met Stefan. So that's probably why like she thinks like how the fuck is this baby? And I don't talk to my dad. Like, how did you just have a baby, you know?
Yeah.
And she's like knowing that that's not her brother. And then he told me that he was gonna when he sees Stefan, he's gonna shoot him in his knee and strip him and rob him.
If I catch Buddy and I can catch him, it's gonna be bad.
You
So I
gonna beat
think
him
she
up?
on some man, beat, strip, shot in the knee, all type of shit. See, I wasn't on his
Shot
ass.
in the knee.
Crackhead.
Yeah.
Fuck's wrong with this nigga, bro? What Stefan Diggs got to do with you? That's my question. Like, cause he took your bitch? He ain't take your bitch. Your bitch left. You was wildin'. You wasn't paying for no bills. You wasn't doing nothing. You blew the money in the casinos. You fucking mad bitch. It's like, yo, bro, you want your cake and eat it too? Like, this nigga's Offset for real.
And
We know
that
though. He
said that Stefan went to the hospital when she gave birth and was only there for a few hours because when they were signing the birth certificate, the nurse told her like, yeah, because you're legally married, it has to be Offset's name or your name. And so he got mad, like last name. And he got mad and abandoned her for like 3 days. That they're not even good, yeah.
What?
That's what he told me.
Why would he be mad? Bitch, you knew I was married when we got into this. What are you talking about? Sign the paper. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know if that's really true or not. Stefan doesn't really like, well, I guess I don't know him, but like.
Now, I can't help but think how bad this is for the kids, right? Like, leaving your business so exposed to someone like Selena Powell. Like, how bad is your decision making? All this stuff is now public on the internet for your kids to see when they grow up. And it's not even like a...
The shit is that. Fuck around. This nigga's a pillow talker, B. He gets crazy. He gets his ass eaten. And then he starts talking, spilling the beans. Literally.
coming from you or Cardi B. It's coming from things that you told this woman because you were trying to manipulate her into thinking you guys were in a relationship so that you can take her money to go gamble with it. Allegedly, right? Allegedly. And then with the whole, Stefan Diggs thing where Offset is talking about, popping at his kneecaps, like, do you guys not remember the fact that Takeoff lost his life to unnecessary violence fueled by ego exactly like this situation, right? And what makes it even more eerily similar is that it was over a dice game, a gambling game. And all this is rooted in whatever Offset has going on with this freaking Hard Knock casino. You lose someone you consider a brother, someone you accomplished so much with in the music industry, like Takeoff, like Offset did with Takeoff. How are you still moving like this? How are you still moving the way that you're moving? So anyways, back to the whole money thing, right? Like, Offset's telling Selena Powell now that, a few days later she can come and get her money. Finally, it's already been days she's been asking to just have nothing to do with the guy anymore, but just at least to come collect her cash. So he tells her to come at 4 a.m. Like, he's completely stringing her along, making her wait up all night to collect her money, giving her excuse after excuse, and then eventually just boom, he's ghosting her. He doesn't answer. Once that happens, she threatens to expose him, and then he comes in threatening to get her harmed. Like, just absolutely spiraling. You want to talk about unnecessary violence over ego? Now you're threatening a female over $15,000? Like, guys, what are we doing here?
For 3:30, I put in my little GP.
Damn. How the mighty fall, huh? This nigga was fucking making millions, bro. He was on top of the world. The Migos? Them dudes was selling crazy. They want record deals, movies, everything, bro. Everything. And then you over here dodging this broad for 15 grand.
PS, I'll get there at 4:15. Perfect. On my way. Told him I'm on my way. He didn't reply, so I'm thinking like, okay, we're good. 4:15, like 4ish comes. I'm almost there. I told him I'm almost there. He was like, you're gonna have to still wait. I'm in court. Sends me a screenshot. I saved the picture that he sends because he really is in court. It says he's in court. Why this man had court the following day on that Monday? It said Monday that he had court. So the screenshot that he sent me, because when you save photos, you can see. Okay, let me just give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna still wait. I park up at like a gas station. I go and get me something to drink. Come back out. I'm like, okay, like you good now? He said no. Still wait. I go get food. Come back out.
We are giving this man too many grace. Too much grace.
Too much graces, bro. An hour goes by, still nothing. Then he said, you want to see the screenshot? I said, yeah. He sent me another screenshot. Save it. It was still the other day, and I know why he screenshotted it, because he had a call coming through. So whoever called him the previous day, he probably screenshotted it and was like, yo, I'm in court, I can't answer.
What if I can build an app that works
Dumb, bro.
my way with Base 44? My work is chaotic, and I need tools that keep...
I don't know who's dumber. Her or him.
Weird. So I'm like, bro, now you're playing me. And I just out him. I was like, bro, I know for a fact you're lying to me. Look at the screenshot dates. He was like, oh, I sent you the wrong one. After he said that, he went and ghosted on me. Ghosted me the whole entire night. Didn't say not one word back. I'm blowing his phone up, threatening him, all that. Like, I'm going to post you, whatever. Didn't give a not one text. Then the next day, I was like, okay, if I apologize to you for talking crazy, can you please just give me back my money? He said, bro, you've been going crazy on me. I said, okay, I apologize for calling you a bitch and calling out your name. Can you please just give me my money so we don't have to talk anymore? He said, yes.
Nah, that day before, he wasn't ghosting her. He was in the casino trying to get that money. And he lost. That's why he ghosted her. Come on, man. Gotta be smart at shit like that.
Okay, when? Ghost. Ghost, ghost, ghost. Okay.
What?
Okay.
Think shit sweet. Don't think it's sweet. Shit ain't sweet, mama. On my mama, it ain't. My mama, you think you seen something every time? Why did?
So after this, Selena Powell posted on her Instagram saying, if anything happens to me,
Bro, no lie. That's why a lot of women like to FaceTime. That shit isn't good, fellas. That FaceTime shit, look at what she was doing. She had the phone on the table, and then she's recording it with another phone. Like, mad evidence to fuck you over, just in case you get stupid.
Offset did it. I'm tired of this grown man threatening me almost every day and got me living in fear because he owes me $15,000. I tried to get my money back for weeks, and all I've gotten is threats. Then Selena does what she usually does, like she threatened Offset to do, expose him. She posted a video of them together laid up in bed. And I mean, you could just see the look on this girl's face. Like, she knew exactly what she was doing by laying up in bed with Offset. She's flipping him off while he's asleep. Like, she already knew that she was about to be out here exposing him. And I mean, I can't blame her, right? Because he's screwing her over by stealing her money. But it's like just a matrix, layers of like scummy decisions stacking on top of each other. So with the whole money situation, I mean, we spent a lot of time in this.
I seen that too, and I found it kind of weird. I'm like, damn, let this man sleep. And why you even doing that? Like, you just trying to blow up his spot for real. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Chicks is crazy. That's all, for the reaction of the public, social media. She loves it. She loves the
Video
attention.
documenting kind of where Offset's career trajectory has gone and how he's kind of been, sponging off of Cardi B allegedly, right? And like what his situation is financially is kind of up in the air. He's, being the opening act on this tour. That was kind of a weird move. His projects aren't really selling like that. Lil TJ's been talking about Offset owing him money for years. Now Selena Powell. It seems like he probably does have a gambling addiction, but how does he not have a single dollar to the point where he's asking people like Selena Powell for 15 grand at?
Because he's gambling all the way in the casinos. You understand what I'm saying? So, and then he looks like the type that he starts chasing. Because if you broke in the casino, what the fuck are you calling people to lend you money? Leave. Leave with your dignity.
4 a.m. Like, you're still Offset, right? Your name still holds weight. 15 grand is what you need to borrow? Like, you can go out and do 3 club appearances and on the very low end, make back your 15 grand. Offset, just off his name alone and the catalog he has, should be able to, off performances, go out and make, on the low end, again, $15,000 a month of profit if he was really focused on it. But somehow he has such a low amount of money in his bank account that he needs to ask Selena Powell for 15 G's. Well, she explains that Offset explained to her essentially what's going on with his finances currently. And it was that basically Offset to his own name, he had around $13 million, but he had to buy himself out of his record contract, like we spoke about before, right? When he was in pursuit of his solo career, he didn't want his initial Migos.
But here's my thing, like, you wasn't that hot like you thought you was. You understand what I'm saying? That shit was just some souped up shit. He thought he was gonna leave the Migos, go solo, and turn into a Beyonce. Nah, bro. You ain't turn into no Beyonce. You turn into fiance, nigga.
Deal that they signed in like 2013 when they weren't really big, so obviously it wasn't a great deal. He didn't want all those different hands in the pot. So he tells Selena Powell that he essentially paid P, the founder of QC, $10 million to get out of that contract. And just telling your business to someone like Selena Powell, giving her a glimpse, her of all people, a glimpse into your financial situation is like, again, just shows you the poor decision making that Offset is being faced with right now. So
nah, that nigga just be pillow talking, B. You be pillow talking. You be getting fucking camera shot while you're sleeping. Like, oh man, I lost all respect for this nigga.
From allegedly having to pay QC $10 million to get out of his contract, which I don't believe for a second. I don't
That's a
think
lie.
his solo career was valued at $10 million to the point where he had to chalk that up if he wanted out of his contract. There's no way in hell that's true. He's lying to this woman, manipulating her to get more of her money. But anyways, he also tells her he owes $2 million in taxes to the IRS, which is absurd. Like, how do you end up racking up a bill like that to the IRS? It makes no sense to me, but whatever, all right. And then coupled on that,
A lot of rappers do that, and that's because they don't keep track of their finances, and they don't have somebody. You gotta have somebody record keeping shit. You can't do it on your own. When you're on another level, you gotta have somebody else keeping tabs on your taxes, bro.
with the divorce between him and Cardi B, that also ran him up a pretty penny. And according to Selena, that is why he is out here at the casino right now, trying to make back this money, basically gambling on the idea that somehow the casino will earn him more profits than just going out and actually using his talents.
Crazy. He's bugged out. This nigga's bugged out, bro.
He had only $13 million in his bank account, and
So where the fuck is my 15?
he had no. It gets worse. He said that he had $13 million in his bank account, but P from whatever label was like
ABCDFG, whatever.
Yeah, with his QP4C, I don't know. Whatever QP is. He was like keeping him in the deal and like basically like robbing him for like a lot of his money.
Well, you knew that when he signed.
Yeah, so to get out of his deal, he was like, I tried his ego. I was like, if you got all this money and you so rich, why the fuck you want me for? And so he was like, okay, bet. Like, give me 10 million. Give me 10 million and you're out of this deal. So he paid the 10 million. Then Cardi hit him with the divorce. And then
that he has to put her on child support for.
And and then he has $2 million owed in taxes, and that the IRS has been like,
that nigga was lying. That nigga, yo, she believed everything too. That's crazy. That nigga was freestyling. She ain't see that he was in the booth. He was in his own magical booth like that. Raindrops. Drop top. Yo,
trying
bro.
to get his shit, and that he's about to file for bankruptcy. Like, and that he's been trying to gamble to like get all this money back, but he keeps fucking losing.
Addiction is a very scary thing, and I mean, another scary sight is academics and Selena Powell interacting together, which is the result of this whole kerfuffle, because as Selena was exposing this whole thing, academics finds out that she was lending Offset money, and he called.
This nigga's a fool too. Academics, he ain't got no street cred with me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what nobody say. He got no street credit. Look like one of them pudgy niggas that used to be, go get me shit in the store type nigga. And now all of a sudden you got this little podcast and you tough? Fuck him too.
Called her up live on stream and say, yo, you're lending Offset 15 grand? Where's my 20 grand? Give me money. Where's my money?
Those 3 Big Macs are for me.
My podcast?
Yeah, I'm watching your podcast. Who's that girl?
Everyone go subscribe.
Okay. Let me get 20 bands. How come you giving Offset 20? Where my 20 bands?
You already got 20 bands from me. You got more than that.
No. I'm down right now. I'm in a casino. Can I get 20 bands to borrow?
Wow.
Get me out of the hole?
No, yesterday I was at the casino and I saw him. Why he fucking tried to get girls to fight me yesterday. It's
You're a liar,
stupid.
man. That did not happen.
Here, I'll send you the video.
Bruh. Yo, but can I get my 20 bands that if you're giving it to Offset, why can't I borrow 20 bands?
You want 20 bands? Send me your wire info.
You give me 20 bands for real?
Yeah. I know you.
No, wait.
Nah, fuck this nigga. She talking about she gonna send it. That's promo shit. We're gonna skip this nigga because I don't like this dude. Honestly. I honestly don't like academics and the whole shit with that and raw shit.
gambling, you don't just screw over yourself. You don't just drain your own bank account. You can end up putting the people around you in severe financial harm. And that's where the difference is between that and doing drugs. Doing drugs, you harm yourself. Having a gambling addiction, you end up usually harming the people around you. And I mean, I'm not no neuroscientist, but I do have a neuroscientist friend who had said something along the lines of gambling actually being like a different type. Get into the car and go to work. And mind you, he'll make what, $150 at work a day? But in the span of 30 seconds in the shower, he'll go and lose $10,000. Like, that's how extreme gambling addictions are. I know another dude.
Now this nigga's being a life coach. But anyway, y'all see what's up with Offset, man. This dude, he got a gambling habit. He's unfaithful, not a good husband. I don't know how he is with his kids. He's probably a good father, but I mean, how good could you be when you fucking trying to separate your kids from their brothers and sisters, you know? And on top of that, bro, like, what happened? Like, play your role. You ain't the Migos no more. You just Offset. And you ain't Offset Cardi's man. You just Offset. The nigga that lost. You lost out, bro. Might as well try to revamp your career. Go on funny clubs and sing and rap, bro. Try to get this money back. But you need to get the fuck out of them casinos. Because I'll tell you one thing, B. The house always wins. You pepestroca. But that's enough for my video, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this video to somebody who needs to see it. You know what I'm saying? And you already know. Till next time, man. Peace.